So, everyone, today I'm going to present a data set proposed in CVPR, the FreeMan human pose estimation data set. Was transferred in human pose estimation under conditions. So let's get started. So first of all, what they try to solve in this paper, what is missing in current existing data set, what's bad about existing data set. So they outline the reasons why existing data set are bad. So first of all, insufficient scene diversity. So they say the existing data sets are mainly collected in controlled laboratory conditions. So this may not be optimal for robust model training due to static lighting condition and uniform backgrounds. So this scene diversity is one problem. The second is limited actions and body scales. So in existing data sets, the range of human actions tends to be realized as limited. Also, additionally, these data sets typically employ fixed cameras to capture data from various perspectives, which is bad. And the distance from the camera to the actor is relatively also constant, which results in a relatively fixed human body scale across different views. And the third point they make is restricted scalability. So they say the annotation of current data sets primarily relies on expensive manual processing, which greatly restricts the scalability of the data sets. Now let's go to solution. The FreeMan data sets, they simply use 8 phones to capture the human. This is the second they show. So it's a novel large-scale benchmark for 3D human pose estimation under real-world conditions. It contains 11 million frames in 8,000 sequences captured by 8 smartphone cameras from different views simultaneously, and it covers 40 subjects in 10 kinds of scenes. And from practical perspective, it has several appealing strengths. So first of all, a large number of scenes introduce diversity in both backgrounds and lighting, enhance the generalization ability of models trained on FreeMan in real-world scenarios. So they fix that scene diversity issue. And the distances between the 8 cameras and the actors are variant. So they say it's from 2 to 5.5 meters across sequences. So it results in significant scale changes in human bodies, which is beneficial for generalization of the model. And they propose a semi-automated annotation pipeline to significantly reduce manual workload and enhance scalability annotation accuracy of the data set. And it encompasses a wide range of pose estimation tasks, which include monocular 2D pose estimation, 3D lifting, multi-visual estimation, new rendering of subjects, etc. And now about the datasets, there are 10 types of real-world scenes, including 4 indoor and 6 outdoor. It's been outlined here. So there's like outdoor is this blue region, and the indoor is this one. And each scenario has its own action. These are the actions. There's so many actions here and here. The K-pop, popping, pole, sit, and so on. So many actions. So 2.75 million frames captured indoors and 8.45 million frames captured outdoors. In the outdoor data, there are also different frame numbers collected under varying lighting conditions. So with 1 million frames captured at night or dusk, and 7.45 million frames captured during the daytime. And there are some examples here. I will come by this exists actually. This is the reason why there's so much threshold. So now coming to data acquisition part. So they use 80Me11 phones to collect images. All devices are positioned in a circle around the human at a height of approximately 1.6 meters above the ground, and the distance from cameras to system center varying from 2 to 5 meters to have diversity, which is similar to real life user scenarios. And they do device synchronization properly, so they connect all the devices wirelessly to a single server, and they develop Android app to utilize network time protocol to calculate the time difference between each device in the server's cloud. So during the capture process, the temporal information is stored locally on each device as a time code, while the server records the synchronized capture interval for all devices. So starting frame is determined by matching the time code to the frame closest to the server's clock. And now coming to why there's a chessboard, they use chessboard-based calibration. So at the beginning of each session, a chessboard is shot. Let's take a picture of the chessboard with these 8 11 phones with known size tiled at the center of the system, and then they calculate intrinsic, extrinsic camera parameters following the standard implementation of the system. But this alone is not sufficient as they claim. So after data collection and synchronization, one frame from all synchronized videos is extracted, and the light blue, the existing pipeline used to calculate dense matching points across views. And then dense matching points are used to further refine camera extrinsic parameters resulted from chessboard-based calculation. Now, coming to annotation, they use YOLO-X to detect human bounding box, and from those detected humans, they use 800W48 to detect 2D key points of 8 views. The 2D key points are used for triangulation to get 3D human pose with pre-computed camera parameters coming from the chessboard calibration. Then 2D poses are fit for the pipeline is actually here. So the 2D first, so they do chessboard-based calibration, the pixel alignment, further alignment for camera parameters, and they get the camera parameters, then do triangulation coming from this 2D pose estimation. And so additionally, so this is not enough. So they say that these 2D poses might be incorrect. Obviously, these are estimations coming from a model, a 2D pose estimation model. So to further enhance the poses, they use segment anything model to get human mask of original and generated images. So they put the 2D poses to a pre-trained image generator, a control net, to generate some human images based on 2D poses. And then they use a segment anything model to get human mask of the original and generated images. Then they perform IOU between these masks, and then poses corresponding to IOU levels and certain threshold they defined are considered as erroneous, and then it's manually checked by human entity. So by this way, they reduce the manual work by just only doing manual annotation for cases when the poses is IOU levels and certain threshold. So there's some examples, but it's hard to see it. But anyway, so here, so this one's the correct cases. The original mask and generated mask are matching, as you can see here. But here we have problems. This is original mask, but the generated mask is bad. So this implies that certain poses do not exist in the image, so they are erroneous. So those are checked by the human annotator, only those poses. So these are some examples shown here. So yeah, let's go to. So now we come to the benchmarks. They do some experiments on their data set. So first they divide the data based on subjects, allocating 18 subjects for training, 7 for validation, and 15 for testing purposes. This results in 3 subsets composed of 5.87 million, 706.69 frames respectively. And for each benchmark, subjects lists of each subset are shared, and only views selected from the session vary for each task. So they do monocular 3D prima pose estimation. It involves taking a monocular RGB image or sequence as input and predicting 3D coordinates in the camera coordinate system. So they use one view from each session for this task, and the performance of algorithms is measured by widely used mean per joint position error and propitious analysis, basically PA and PE. Now they do another task. There's 2D 3D lifting. So the primary goal of this task, as the name suggests, is to effectively elevate these 2D poses into the 3D space within the coordinate system. And the evaluation methods are the same as HPE, the human pose estimation. And human neural rendering, they also perform human neural rendering. Recently, the free viewpoint rendering of humans is significant issue in human modeling. So also with the rise of popular neural radiance fields for novel rendering tasks. So several methods, including human nerve have emerged for human neural rendering. So this method utilizes monocular human motion videos as input to synthesize novel views of dynamic human through nerve. And they use the Vision matrix, PSNI, SSI. Yes. Now come to experiments. First, we come to the monocular 3D human pose estimation performance. So they use two state-of-the-art models, HMR and PARE. So they first train on the existing dataset, human 3.6M and human, and they do supervisions, variety of supervision to the 3D key points, SNPL, and so on. And they test on 3D PW, the existing dataset. And we can see the MPJP is quite high in all cases for all models. But when they train on FreeMan dataset and with the same supervision and test on 3D PW, we can see significant improvement in terms of performance from 400 to 150. So this implies that FreeMan dataset is easily generalizable to other datasets when testing. So it's very generalized dataset. So we can see significant jump by 50%, 55% in PA, for example, and for both models. So it means it improves the performance. This dataset is used. Now, they do this 2D, 3D pose lifting. So they use simple Bayesian MS formula for detecting these 2D poses, and they do some 3D pose lifting. And they again train on this FreeMan human, and yeah, this dataset and test on different datasets. And we can see that when the dataset is trained, that says FreeMan, the other dataset, we can see improvements in PA and MPJP as well. And there's like they mentioned 10%, 25% improvements because of the FreeMan dataset. And lastly, we do neural rendering. So they use just human nerve to train on 10 scenes of FreeMan, and they find out the results here, and they say, yeah, if you see the results, it's this PSNR results and SSIM and API PS results are pretty good compared to the previous data sets. So it means that this data can be used for neural rendering. So it can be applied for neural rendering as well. So yeah, that's all.